as you continue babysitting your thoughts, you'll find increasing skill being able to steer them in a direction that's more beneficial for you and more suitable for the fulfillment of your goals and your values. I borrowed my buddy's SUV once, and he told me, Devin, be careful. The power steering's out. You gotta go slow. So I'm pulling up on a turn, and I'm like, oh, he wasn't playing. I gotta put my whole body weight into the thing to get it to move. Well, sometimes I felt like my brain was out of power steering fluid, and I find myself going over the same thought that I didn't want to think at all. Well, I get myself into some pretty tough spots, thinking thoughts that I didn't want to think. And this video will describe how to fix that power steering and take control of that steering wheel to steer your life in the direction you want it to go. The first concept is to babysit your thoughts. Pay attention to them. See what they're doing. And just like a kid getting into scissors or God knows what, make sure you stop them when they go off in that direction. And as you continue babysitting your thoughts, you'll find increasing skill being able to steer them in a direction that's more beneficial for you and more suitable for the fulfillment of your goals and your values. The second big idea here is to think of your mind like your For You page. Our thoughts, our feelings, our life are like a social media algorithm. We get more of what we focus on. And when something comes up that's clickbait, rage board, and we tap it, comment, and like on it, all of a sudden, those types of thoughts flood our mind, even when we don't really want to think about them, when they're holding us back, keeping us stuck. So, if we want different things on that For You page, we want to change the algorithm of our inner life, we choose to focus on different things, our goals, our relationships, the things that matter to us. And we'll notice in time that more and more of that starts showing up. So we can go through, kind of unfollow the things that we don't want to focus on, and instead intentionally focus on the kinds of things that we want to fill the space in our mind. And as we do, we'll notice the feelings attached to those things starting to fill our bodies, and the motivation, the drive, the creative problem solving, resiliency, motivation, empathy, gratitude that brings more of them into realization in the life outside of our mind. We get more of what we focus on. So if we want less of the stuff we're getting, we choose to focus on something else. The third concept is to recognize when our nervous system is leading us into a mental trap. The amygdala is like a fire alarm, and it goes off and it's saying there's a threat. Biology hasn't caught up with modern life. So we often mistake something for a threat that isn't really there. Like that sensitive smoke alarm in the kitchen that starts yelling at us when all we're doing is making mac and cheese. So when we notice this happening, we can put strategies into practice that help us soothe our nervous system, take us out of fight or flight mode, and put us into that relaxation mode, so we don't find ourselves ruminating, going down shame spirals, and blowing up our problems with a magnifying glass because we're seeing something as a threat to our safety, when really it might be a type of problem to bring a totally different energy to. And these strategies help to shift our nervous system so we have that energy to bring to the situation, that sense of empathy, forgiveness, self-determination, creative problem solving, and all of those productive mindsets, productive thoughts that lead us closer to the realization of our goals, instead of that fight or flight mode that can cause us to be reactive and make the problems worse than they already are, instead of a responsive mode that allows us to find those gaps, those opportunities to resolve issues, to make progress, and capitalize on the opportunities, the invitations that are there for us when we're in that entirely new frame of mind. A few ways we can shift our nervous system when we get trapped in that stress response are things like cold therapy, grabbing an ice pack, running it along our neck, our shoulders, and using that. This may work for you. Try it out. See if it helps. Another great way to shift our nervous system is through deep belly breathing. To breathe in deeply through the nose and slowly release through the mouth. If you try this for just a few breaths, you may notice an immediate shift. Other ways to train our body to inhabit that relaxation response more and more: mindfulness, prayer, practicing gratitude, practicing forgiveness, and pairing it with that deep breathing to enter a state of heart-brain coherence. You can also use things like binaural beats, tones, or any type of calm, relaxing music. You may even notice really cool ideas coming up when you're worried, focusing on a problem, and shift into that state where the answer that was there all along becomes clear as the chaos in our nervous system starts to settle. For more tips, strategies, and insights like this, check out the link below and get free access to our learning and support community, along with the encouragement and accountability to put them into action, to build the habits of breakthrough for your journey of emotional freedom. Click the link below and get started for free. A lot of these negative thoughts are repeat offenders. See if you can find the top 3 and sit with them. Ask yourself, is this true? Is it really true? Can I absolutely 100% prove that this negative thought is true? Probably not. And then ask yourself, what's the opposite? And how do I feel when I embrace the opposite of this negative thought rather than that automatic negative thought that's given us so much trouble? Grab back the steering wheel to your life and take it in the direction that you want to go. Changing your brain takes time, but if you take action, you can do it.